Hello and welcome back to my domain, guys. Happy to see you guys like always. Now, today I'm here again sharing another real quick story. It's almost the end of December, and yes, guys, no more stories. So for now, I'm sure you guys are enjoying these different kinds of stories, and still you guys get like a travel vlog every weekend, per se. So today I have a story. Thank you, my friend Spicy. Happy to see you. Happy to see you guys like always. Today I'm here again sharing another story with you guys. Every day I try to share some kind of story based on events that's happening to myself or to friends of mine or just random strangers or family. Um, Today's story is not a long one, but however, I'm here to share it with you. And you guys can comment. It's okay, my friend Spicy Taco. It's always happy to see you, and I always appreciate your love whenever you guys show up. I really appreciate it. I understand, especially, you know, during the holidays and with the pandemic and everything that's going on. I don't expect everyone to tune in and show me love, but the simple fact that you're always here when you can, I really appreciate that. So hopefully everything is okay with you and your loved ones. So how are you doing today, Spicy Taco? Before I get into this story, let's check up on, friends of mine to see how you guys doing. It's almost the end of the December live stream vlogging. So we only have a few more days to go. I'm doing good. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Hopefully your holidays been well. Your family is well. Everyone is safe because right about now, that's all that really matters. Safety is everything. A lot of people don't see it like that, but that's how I see it. And also, I have, I think it's chocolate with nuts mix, like a chunky peanut kind of thing. Um, Crunchy. Um, it's a Snicker bar. I'll share it with you guys. This is what it looks like for everyone. I don't know if you guys ever had this before. I never had it. I seen it and I was like, maybe this is something that I could use here and do like a taste test. I don't know if you guys ever had this before, but I'm a big fan of peanut in general. So peanut butter, stuff like that, it works for me. So let's see. So guys, for everyone who's here, I have a story that I'm about to share with you guys. Hopefully you guys are ready to listen to this story. I don't think I'll be here on this live stream for a long time, just for a few minutes to share this story that I just picked it up recently, and I'm just here to share it with you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Now, because I don't want this live stream to keep going and going and going, I just want to jump into it real quick and just share this story because I kind of started the live stream late, really late. Usually I'm not on live stream, especially at this time. But you know, it's almost the end of my live streams. Okay, let me see who's here. Oh, Jackie. Jackie is here. Jacqueline, appreciate the love. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Thank you to come and visit my channel, showing love. I really appreciate that for everyone who's tuning in. Appreciate you, Jackie, saying hi. Okay, I haven't seen you for a while, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So today's story is based on a real life event. Jackie, Spicy Taco says hi. Yes, Jackie, it's good to see you as well. I have been doing live streams every single night. Well, not every single night. If I do like a travel vlog, then I will not do a live stream because it's kind of too much. It's too much. So if I did one video a day, it's okay. It's fine. So it still works out. I see my friend Slim. She's here like always. Jackie, Slim is here. Taco is here. A few more people is here watching. Everybody's giving me thumbs up. I really appreciate it. As I said, I don't think I'll be on live stream for a long time. So let's share this story that I have to share with you guys real quick to get it out there. Now, guys, today's story is based on some information that a friend shared with me, and I kind of twisted and turned it into a story. So whoever tuning in and you guys would like to hear and listen to a story, you know, all my live streamers share stories. Over 50, you're here to listen to my story. I really appreciate that. As I said earlier, I don't think I'll be on the live stream for very long. And I have a taste testing today. This is going to be my taste testing. I never tried this before. So I decided this is what I'm going to taste. I don't know if you guys ever had any kind of peanut butter Snicker bar. It's something wild. It has chocolate. So I say, you know what? I'll be going for it. So I see over 50. Jackie said hi to you, and you know Slim also said hi. Now let's start this story so we don't have to be here for a very long time. Just like, you know, a few minutes so I could get it started. Yeah, I never tasted this Snicker bar. As I said, Slim, it's the first time I'm seeing this one, so I just picked it up. I wanted to try it. So I'll be trying it tonight. Okay, let's jump into this story. You guys can listen and you guys could put your feedback in, or you could just communicate with whoever you see. That's leave a comment, stuff like that. So let me jump in it. So a friend of mine called me up. He had a question to ask, right? The question that he's asking is, why does people, I don't know what he means by that. He said, why does people treat women who are attractive differently from women who are not attractive? I said, I don't really know. He said, okay, I want to tell you something. I think it's not fair. But at the time, he wasn't thinking clearly. So you guys could think about that for a minute. Why does people treat women who are very attractive differently from women that are not attractive? So that's the question that he asked. Okay, I'm not going to give you my response now, but as I get into the story, you'll kind of get an idea, you know, where I stand on this treating one person better than the other because of the way they look kind of situation. But anyway, so he stated that he went to Dunkin' Donuts, right? I guess to get coffee and donuts, whatever he went, I don't know. But he said he was the second person in line, and there was like 4 other people behind him. And he said that there was a lady that walked in, and she jumped all the way to the front, and she said, because it was all guys, there wasn't any woman or anything there. So she jumped in the front and she said, oh, can I jump in line? I have an interview and I don't want to be late for my interview. And all the guys that was there, included my friend, said, okay, no problem, no problem, go ahead. And she jumped in the front of the line and she got served and she said, thank you, and she left. Now, you know, my friend calling me, asking me, why does people do things like this? And I'm saying, listen, my response was, people do that because for the most part, everyone likes something that looks nice. They don't think about what's right or what's wrong. They just think about, okay, what's nice, whether it's a nice car, nice house, you know, other stuff that's nice. I don't really want to get into it. Nice clothes, shoes, and so forth. People, when whoever it is, have these things that consider to be nice, most of the time people look on these people like they have, I would say, valuable things, and everyone wants something valuable. Everyone wants to be somebody. So I think that's the whole concept. Let me see what's happening. I'm good, man. Okay. So that's the whole concept of, I think, why people treat these people differently, because they have stuff that other people don't have. Now, I'm thinking, for my opinion, I would say in a situation like that, she would have to wait, um, because you don't know for sure if she really going to a job interview or anything like that. And I guarantee you that if it was a male who wanted to jump in the front of the line, or maybe a teenager, whoever it is, most of those men that was in the line would have some kind of problem. That's what I believe, and I think for the most part, that's how it would, be. So I just think for most people, they treat attractive, women differently, based on what they want for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, if you want something, most likely if you see it somewhere, you treat it with respect, really nicely, because it's something that you want. So even if you can't get it, but the fact that you see it and you want it, you respect it. I think that's what it has to do with. It doesn't matter if it's someone wearing a lot of jewelry. Automatically, you think this person is very important. Somebody wearing a suit, you think automatically they have a really good job. Like, driving a nice car, you think this person is rich. You know, maybe have a nice house, you think they have a lot of money, but not knowing that they're struggling with the bills. Like, there's a lot of things, but what I'm saying is that once you see that picture, automatically you thinking, oh, this person have what I want. Like, I want the nice car, the big houses, all these fancy things. So you respect that kind of stuff. Just like with a woman that looks really nice, for the most part you would want someone who looks really nice. So of course you would treat them differently. It's kind of like cops in general. When if they pull somebody over and she's very attractive and she's by herself, you find that most of the time, especially if she start, yes, I agree, that's what happened. The cops pulled over a woman who's very attractive when she's by herself, whether she was speeding or she went through the stoplight, whatever she does. Most of the time these women walk away with just a warning based on how they look, regardless if they did some kind of break the law or not, I should say. They would get away with these things. So for my friend, he did it at the time because he also was in the line, and he let this woman jump in front, got served, and she left. And then he's thinking about it, how wrong it was, because if it was somebody else, all those men that was in the line, they would have said, oh, no, no way, you can't do that, we've been waiting, we have places to go as well, whether they're trying to get to work or get to go to pick up their kids, whatever the situation is. But the fact that he shared this story with me, it just made me think that this is something common that happens a lot. Not really sure why it happens a lot. Oh yeah, well, I'm just saying that if you're very attractive, like for instance, the guy said to me, because I asked, just for my curiosity, I said, listen, like, okay, you say that she looks very attractive, meaning that's not the word he used. His word that he used is like, yo, she was hot, meaning that when someone says someone was hot, I'm looking like, for me, in my brain, in my mind, I'm thinking somebody around Halle Berry kind of situation. Like if someone looked like Halle Berry, I'll be like, okay, well, now I understand why he did what he did, because Halle Berry, she pretty much have that, high standard where, people would say, yes, she's very, good looking, or whatever the case might be. So, but not every woman looks like Halle Berry, so, but I don't think, it doesn't matter if she look like Halle Berry or whoever it is. I don't think you should treat her any differently, you know, and I think you should treat her like any other woman. So whether if you break the law, she got to get a ticket, you got to give her a ticket. The truth be told, if she want to jump in line, she has to wait like everybody else, because it doesn't work like that. But I think the reason why she probably did something like that, because she knows probably that she usually does stuff like that because randomly I don't think no one goes into a Starbucks or whether you go to Quick Check or just anywhere in general, Dunkin' Donuts, just to get coffee and jump into the line all the way in the front and say you have some kind of emergency. Like that doesn't happen. Like I never really, maybe, that's some rare instances or whatever, but that was the first time someone actually shared a story like that, that they met someone like that. Just think about it before. Like, like if one of you guys were to just try to jump in front of a line full of guys, I guarantee you one of them would be like, no, 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 you can't do that. I've been waiting here and you got to wait. So for all these guys, I think it was my friend and maybe five other guys because my friend, he was the second person in line. And I think there was like four other guys behind him, and all of them said it was okay. So in my mind, okay, she's probably looked really good where they would say it's okay. She must be go. Well, Slim, she must be going places. Okay. Going. Well, it depends on where she goes because some places that you would go to, the fact still remains people would definitely shut her down because I don't think you could just go anywhere and do that kind of thing. Like some people, especially, I guarantee you, if there was a woman there, or if there was a teenager girl, or some other girl, or an old lady, or whatever it is, most likely someone would have said, "Oh, I'm sorry, you can't do that," because if there was some other girl in line, whether she's in the front or in the back somewhere, she would not let that lady jump everyone in. She would have shut it down because it would have looked weird for a lady to be waiting in line and some other lady just pass and go all the way to the front and saying that, okay, you know what, I have to rush, I have a job interview, or I'm running late for work, or I got to pick up my kid, whatever the excuses might be. you know the fact still remain, if you was running late for work to pick up your kid, wherever it is, emergency, you should not have stopped for coffee or donuts or whatever you eat. I don't know. That's just my point, of tea or anything. If you're running late, why would you stop for coffee? Why would you stop for tea or whatever else, they get? I don't know what they get. I'm just guessing. But what I'm saying, like, why would you stop though? Think about that for a minute. That just shows me that that kind of person with that kind of mentality, they've probably been doing it for a while. And they know, listen, you know what? I can get away with it. I've been doing it, so it's okay. So they keep doing it. That's just my thoughts on what's really happening and why it happened the way it did. But my friend was just kind of, I would say, he has second thoughts, because he was like, you know what? He don't know why he did that at the time, and he realized that what he did was wrong. And for me, I would have said the same thing. I would have been like, listen, you're definitely wrong, because woman or not, whether it's a male or a female, whatever emergency they have, I don't think, they should jump in line, especially because other people who are in line, I guarantee you that some of them might have somewhere important to be, but maybe they're running a little bit early or whatever it is, you know what I mean? But the fact that they leave out early enough to stop to pick up their coffee so they could be on their way kind of situation, that shows you they already planned it in advance. You know what I mean? I'd be like, listen, I have to leave the house early because I want to stop. I want to get my coffee or tea, donuts, whatever you get, so I could get to my destination on time. So obviously, for someone like that, they wasn't really thinking. I just, for me, I don't know what I would have done in that situation. Like, I know the right thing to say was, I'm sorry, but you have to wait because if you jump in line, maybe I want to jump in line, and that guy who's in front of me, he probably wouldn't let me jump in line. You know what I mean? So it kind of weird because they would let her jump in the front. But if a guy wanted to jump in the front, or a woman who's not as attractive like Halle Berry, they can't really jump in front. I just don't think that's really fair. Well, you're right. I think the truth be told, in any situation, I believe that no matter what the woman looks like, for her to jump in line, for running late for work or anything like that. Oh, thank you, Shorty. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you for stopping by. Um, I don't know how long you've been here, but today's story is based on a friend of mine, went to Dunkin' Donuts, to get I guess breakfast or whatever it is, and he was second in line. Have four other guys behind him. Turns out that a lady came in and she just jumped the whole line to the front, and she asked all the guys, like, can I get some coffee or whatever she get real quick. And all the guys agree, because this woman apparently looked like Halle Berry. And my take on that situation was that if it was just a regular woman, and she wasn't looking like Halle Berry, if those guys would have let her jump the line and saying, oh, it was an emergency, I'm running late for work, or whatever the situation might be. I just don't think that it's fair for the guys who's waiting, even though they say, oh, it's okay. I think they say it's okay because we know and we learn at an early age that, like, women or girls that are very attractive, they are not only the popular ones, but they get free stuff, or they just get people to cater to them no matter where they go. Like, as I said earlier, um, over 50 was saying that, when you're very attractive, you get out of tickets, whether it's parking ticket, speeding ticket, going through the stoplight, whatever it is. Sometimes you get the best seat when you go to a restaurant. You get all kinds of favors just because you look attractive. Like, okay, people who go to clubs, because I don't go to clubs, they would sometimes let in very attractive people in the club for free without even paying, while all these other kinds of regular people would have to wait in line to get in. And this person that looks really good just walk right in, and they don't have to pay any money or anything like that. These things still happen today. It happens all the time. It's just, that's why I think people who are doing all kind of surgery and all these things to look a certain way, I get it, because when you do look a certain way, and when you go out wherever you go in public, people respect you. People show you some kind of favoritism based on how attractive you look. Like, you don't have to do anything much. Like I seen plenty of, you know channels, like friends of mine, where some of the times they doing not the kind of live stream that I'm doing, but what they would do is it's kind of like a silent live stream, because they don't do anything, they don't say anything, you just sit there. Sometimes they're just, doing their nails. um, Sometimes they're just laying in bed, just like sleeping, twisting and turning, just lay there. And I looked and I see that she has a lot of views. But for me, I wasn't surprised. I get it why people want to watch her sleeping, just covering up sleeping. That's how she was doing. But the fact is, they know that she's very attractive, so a lot of people go there to watch. And she's one of my subscribers, so you know what I mean. But what I'm saying, that she does that kind of stuff on her live stream sometimes, which I get. I get why a lot of people see, because when people are very attractive, they would get a lot of attention, and that's what she get. So I'm just saying that my point is that if you're attractive, yes, you get free stuff. Just just for looking the way you look, you get lots of free stuff. It's kind of like being like a big celebrity. You get free stuff all the time. You don't have to purchase things. Or you could go to a restaurant and they give you the best everything, and you don't even have to pay for anything, which is, and you have money. It's not like you don't have a lot of money. You have a lot of money, but a lot of times they don't let you pay. They be like, it's on the house. Just because you're a celebrity, you know, and you have money, or you look a certain way, you drive a certain car, houses, very popular. It's just that's how it is. So to my friend, um, who is wondering like if he did the right thing, I would say, you know, he was surrounded by all male, so it would have looked weird if he was the one who would say, "Oh no, you have to wait." Hey, how you doing, Katie? Christy, appreciate the love. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, so appreciate the thumbs up too. So what I'm saying is that in any situation, guys, you have to look at the big picture. You will always find, you know, a lot of females that are very attractive who gets whatever they want, and this is just the bottom line. So I kind of said to my friend, I said, listen, don't feel bad, because this is just the way the world works. This is the way it is, and I don't think it will ever change anytime soon. And I think personally, I think it's been like this even back in the Pharaoh days, in the pyramid days, and all those way back, different kind of generations. You know, it was the same thing. You know, even if you were poor and you didn't have anything, or if you were you know, like someone who didn't have a choice kind of situation, like a maid. If you were a maid and you are very attractive, you would get to do all kinds of stuff. You get all kinds of extra things from, you know, sometimes the male who you're working for, or the female, because both sides recognize when someone is attractive. I think personally, from my experience, that I think female notice first when a female is very attractive. Like even before the man notice that she's attractive, female usually have that psychic sense where she's way ahead of the man. The man is more like on the slow side. They're not as fast. So if someone really looks attractive and they have everything in place, kind of like a Halle Berry, um, you would find that women know that a woman looks like Halle Berry. It's like Halle Berry's not gonna walk by and a woman not notice that. Oh wow, you know, she looks like Halle Berry. So she would notice even before a man noticed. So that's what I have learned, and I don't know if you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. If you guys don't notice that there's other women that are looking like Halle Berry, in other words, very attractive woman. You know, I'm not saying Halle Berry is the only one that's attractive. There's many other women, but I'm just saying like Halle Berry is like the standard where if you're talking about someone who's attractive, Halle Berry is pretty much the standard. And I don't know, maybe it is higher than Halle Berry, but I think that's what most of us know. We know the Halle Berry standard. Kind of like how some people know the Denzel Washington standard, kind of. Yeah, some people know the Halle Berry. You know, that's just different kind of standard. And for me, that's those are the movie star that many people always resonate with. Like, yeah, you look like Denzel or you look like Halle Berry. So those are like the ones that I can, you know, talk about. The other people, I don't really like, you know, want to talk about those people. But Halle Berry, Denzel, yeah, I think everyone noticed that. Hands off that those two are like, you know, very attractive people, and everyone noticed that. And if you ask anyone, they'll tell you that yes, this is true. This is true. So that's what today's story was. I wasn't trying to do like a really long live stream or anything like that. I just wanted to share that quick story with you guys about why some men, I don't think all men, some men treat women who is very attractive differently from regular women. You know, they get all kinds of special stuff. As I said, get out of tickets and jump in the front of the line kind of situation. You know, people treat them like okay, like for instance, there was a situation where there was this woman. She, what did she do? There was a guy who stopped at the stoplight, and this woman was driving. She wasn't paying attention. I don't know if she was on her cell phone or whatever it is. She hit this guy, but she didn't really hit him that hard, but she kind of hit him. And the guy came out of the car. He didn't look at her. He looked at his car, and his car was just scratched up, just like a little scratch. And he was like mad because he was driving a really nice car, and he was like, "Yo, I can't believe this." Oh, the guy was just reacting, just wild, right? And I'm like, wow, like the guy's really going at it, and he's probably gonna get this girl. She was like a young lady, I mean, young Halle Berry, I would say. And but he didn't look at her to say that. He was just looking at his car because that's a guy thing. For everyone who's here, whenever a guy have an accident and you hit him from behind, and if he's driving a really nice expensive car, the first thing, he's not even going to look at you. The first thing that he does is go and he looks at his car like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? And, hold his head and thinking about insurance, and especially if it's a car that he just bought. Hey, how you doing, Sarah? Happy to see you. Happy Christmas. Happy New Year. Everything, hopefully everything goes well with you. Happy to see you. So the quick scenario that I'm sharing is that, the girl, which is very attractive, aka Halle Berry, she ran and hit this guy from behind, right? So when she hit this guy from behind, he came out of the car, start, going crazy and yelling and screaming. Oh, why don't you pay attention kind of situation. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate the love. Yes. So I guess he wasn't paying attention to the girl that was driving. So all of a sudden, he went over there, to say, listen, what were you doing? Whatever it is. But I guess she was holding down her head like she'd be like, I can't believe I hit this car. So he didn't get to see her face because I guess her hair that's cover her face or whatever. But all of a sudden, welcome. Yeah, welcome to the live stream, as Slim said. So he didn't get to see her face, so automatically he was just getting mad, and he was sitting in the road, and he was just acting just ridiculous and wilding. And so all of a sudden he went over there and he said, listen, you better have your insurance, you better have all your stuff. And then, she kind of raises her head and, she said, I'm really sorry. And then like she was crying or whatever it is. And, and then he looked at her. And when he looked at her, he see that this girl was a Halle Berry. Halle Berry. Yeah, Halle Berry. And so when he sees that, he calms down. The first thing he says was, are you okay? Don't worry about my car. Are you okay? He said, are you okay? Is everything all right? He said, don't worry. Everything is okay. I don't even want to call the cops or anything like that. So a lady that was there, she was like a regular lady. And when he was saying, okay, don't worry about it, he said, maybe it's my fault. I was at the stoplight too long or whatever it is. And this lady was like, I seen everything. She was on her phone when she hit you in the back. And he was like, lady, mind your business. And then all of a sudden, the lady called the cops. The cops show up. And two cops show up. And one of the cops, I guess he's in charge. He noticed that, okay, she was crying and she was a Halle Berry. And he told the other cop to go away. He don't need him. So the cop was like, are you okay? Is everything all right? You know what I mean? Like, you don't need any help or anything, right? So the cop didn't ask the guy who she hit, if he's okay. The cop automatically asking her, because she's a Halle Berry, if she's okay, if she's all right, does she need any help? Does she need water? Like, he wanted to just give her whatever she want. And the lady was standing there and saying, how come you didn't ask her if she have insurance? How come you didn't ask her for any kind of paperwork? Because the guys wasn't really asking for anything. So all of a sudden, the cop was like, okay, well, let me see your license. So she take out a driver's license, but the driver's license wasn't hers. It looked like somebody completely different. So, so I guess the cop would look at the license and look at her and look at the license again and look at her, because you know how they have these things called catfish? I know you guys know the catfish world. What's that about? So what's on the driver's license and what they're looking at is completely different. They're looking at a Halle Berry, but on the driver's license, it's someone completely different. So it turns out that the driver's license was her friend's because she don't even have a driver's license. So the cop says, okay, well, this is your name. And she said, okay, this is my friend's name. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. I see Kiki in the house. And then she explained, okay, it's a friend of mine. That's her driver's license and so forth, so forth. And the cop's like, okay, don't worry about it. We'll sort this out. And then the lady, because, a lady has to be there. And this lady is not Halle Berry, of course. Um, she said that this lady needs to be taken downtown so you guys could know more about her. So I guess they would take her downtown. When they take her downtown to the police station to find out more about, who she is and stuff like that, all the cops would be really nice to her because saying hi, ask her if she need water, if she need coffee, if she's comfortable, whatever it is. And soon as the boss would show up, if the boss is a male, they'd be like, okay, we'll sort everything out. Are you okay? All right, since you're fine, don't worry. We'll take care of everything. And before you know it, they let her leave. Like she just walked out like nothing. So they didn't check for insurance. They didn't check for anything. Even the guy that probably get hit, this guy would probably be like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I could fix my car. I could fix my car. But the point what I'm trying to get at is when you look like Halle Berry, you could get away with some stuff. You know what I mean? Like in most instances, when someone looks like Halle Berry, um, people would most likely think she's innocent. Or if someone looks like Denzel, they think that okay, he's innocent. He they don't commit any crime. They never did anything. You know, um, they're never wrong. They're innocent people. So it's kind of like that. What happened to her? They automatically jump to believe her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's on the license? It just didn't match up. But for the most part, these things happen a lot. Over 50, I'm telling you, these things actually happen a lot everywhere. And every single woman, they know this for a fact. This is like a common knowledge to all women. All women know for a fact that Halle Berry kind of woman, like if you look like Halle Berry, meaning, um, people treat them differently. Not I don't think it's only that they don't pay for stuff because people usually give them free stuff all the time. Maybe take them shopping all the time. Um, it's easy for those women to find what you call sugar daddy. You know how some guys could find a sugar mama, meaning if you have the looks, the height, the body, you could get a sugar mama really easy. This is just like if you look like Denzel and you build like who's built. I'm not even gonna say The Rock, like because you don't need to be so big, for to get a sugar mama. But I'm just saying like if you look like Denzel and just be built like a rock star, like you work out, but you know what I mean. So they look for those kind of physique, and you can find a sugar mama easy, and you'll get pretty much whatever you want. So it goes both sides, for men and for women, not just one side thing. So the situation with my friend in the Dunkin' Donuts, I'm guessing if it was all women and let's see, maybe a Denzel kind of situation, or I don't know, maybe LL Cool J kind of situation. Depends, what, because I am. So what happened is, for the most part, some people, for some people, what they do is they think that looks is everything. The bottom line is looks is not everything. Looks is not everything. That's what I mean to say. But most people, that's what they see every day, and they see how these people get treated differently. Let me see what you saying. So Blair says, you know the old saying, men are like bus. Another one will come. Well, I don't know that old say. Never heard that one for before, Blair. That men are like bus. But you're right. It might be a phrase that women use. But I'm just saying in this instances, if you think about it, I don't think it was fair because there was six men, including one was a friend of mine. So for her to just walk into Dunkin' Donuts, jump the line all the way to the front, saying that she's running late for work or wherever it is, and order whatever she wants, and all the guys think that was okay. I'm just saying, for me, I don't think that was okay for anyone, whether it's male or female, to jump the line. If you know you're running late for work, then you know what? You can't stop for coffee. You got to get to work on time. Okay? So, because why stop? Hey, what's up, Shell? Yeah, man. Yeah, so I'm here, trying to share a story. What happened? I'm telling you, it's wild what happened to one of my boys. One of my friend. He just stated that he went to Dunkin' Donuts, right? Because I know you just showed up. He went to Dunkin' Donuts and he was the second person in line. And there's this woman walked in. She looked like Halle Berry, and everybody know what Halle Berry looks like. Like if I say she looked like Halle Berry, you already know. So she walked in looking like Halle Berry. There were six guys in line. She go all the way to the front, and then she asked them, "Oh, can I jump in line? I'm running late for work." And then they said all the guys said it was okay, included my friend. And then my friend calling me asking me like, did what why did all those guys allow her to jump the line because she looks like Halle Berry? So I'm just explaining that this is normal stuff. Like, if you look really attractive, all the pretty women get away with all kinds of stuff. And I said included, I used to know, actually I still know this friend of mine. She used to share stories with me all the time because she had a sister. Well, she still have a sister. Her sister basically used to get pulled over all the time by cops. And the reason why she would get pulled over all the time because she was who can I compare her with? I don't know, but I'll just say that she was just kind of like Halle Berry, I would say. And she was tall, she looking like a model kind of situation she had going on. So she would get pulled over a lot, and the cops would say she's speeding, and all the cops would say to her is, "Listen, you know what? Can I take you out sometimes? Can I get your number or whatever it is?" And the cop would completely forget about the ticket and everything. So she usually give these cops her number so she could get out of a ticket when most of the time she wasn't even speeding. It's just that she drive by or whatever because cops be parking everywhere, and the cops would notice that she's very attractive, aka Halle Berry, and they would just pull her over, and then ask her for a license registration and whatever it is, and check everything out, and then say, "Listen, why I pull you over? You were speeding," even though she wasn't. And then she was like, "Listen, you know what? Can I take you out sometimes? You know what I mean? I'm just gonna give you a warning or whatever it is." And this happened a lot to her until, you know, our sister said what happened is she convinced her sister, say, "Listen, next cop that pull you over and try to get your phone number, don't give it to him, and you need to go wherever the precinct is and you file a complaint because cops should not be pulling women over because they look like Halle Berry because they want to get phone numbers. That cops do this all the time. This is normal stuff." So, and this is coming from a sister of someone which was happening to, and she's telling me, she's saying, "Listen, this is what happened to my sister, and it happens to my sister all the time." And I was like, "Listen, your sister don't really look like, what I mean, like Halle Berry." And she showed me a picture, and I looked at the picture, and I could say, "Okay, well, I get it." Not Halle Berry for say, um, who she look. I can't even picture anyone else to say who she looks like. Uh, Wow. You see, that's how crazy it is because in my mind, I only can think about Halle Berry, but I'm thinking about someone else who's not Halle Berry. Um, and she doesn't look like Lucy Liu, but everybody likes Lucy Liu. Everybody know Lucy Liu. Um, I'm trying to say, wow, I can't even remember which one of. I think she might look like one of the Kardashian kind of. You know what I mean? I don't know which one, but I don't even remember their names. But yeah, she kind of have that, she tall kind of situation, like, So I don't know. But anyway, she just looked like Halle Berry, but the opposite of Halle Berry, kind of. You know what I mean? So basically, so she was very attractive. So I understand why she was being pulled over all the time. I kind of get it, you know. So for most instances, what I was saying, Sheldon, is that most women who are attractive, they don't only get out of tickets, but for the most part, they get to go on shopping spree. Those are the ones that usually have sugar daddies and stuff like that. So there's a lot of benefits that comes from a woman, who look like Halle Berry kind of situation. If you look like Halle Berry, there's many things that comes your way freely. So for my friend, he was kind of confused. He didn't really know why he let this woman jump in front of the line. Like I said, listen, I get it. I explained to him that it was natural, like this was normal. Oh yeah, yeah. Today I just wanted to do something different, Kiki. Um, Basically, every time you show up in my channel, I'm always trying to do something different. As you guys are aware, that's crazy, man. She got herself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that you're Sheldon? You already know. You know the situation. If a Halle Berry walked into a club, everyone noticed. Oh, that's Halle Berry. So you got to understand that that's just how it is. In any instances, no matter how you look at it, women notice Halle Berry, men notice Halle Berry. So telling him karma is bad. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that I know karma sometimes is bad, but for the most part, I think those people, Halle Berry kind of people, they're not perfect, but they get away with more most stuff they get away with. I won't say everything, because I don't think Halle Berry would get away with everything, but I think they would get away. Like for instance, like if any one, like for even for you, Sheldon, like if you see Halle Berry leaning on your car or sitting on your car or whatever it is, you will not be aggressive. If you want to tell her, listen, can you lean up off my car, or what are you doing on my car, kind of situation. But if she don't look like Halle Berry, you're gonna kind of say it in a strong vibe, in a strong tone of voice, like what are you doing leaning next to my car, like you know what I mean, like kind of situation like that. So it just depends. What I'm saying, like for everyone, Halle Berry usually gets away with stuff. Exactly. Well, I understand you. I would have been shook too. Like if I had a car and I see Halle Berry, what I mean, leaning next to my car, most likely I'd be shook. Like what's going on? But what I'm saying is that the same tone of voice that you would use if it's not Halle Berry, you know what I mean? For Halle Berry, you're not gonna use that tone of voice. So for one, that's not Halle Berry. You'd be like, yo, what you doing here? Like for instance, if the person looked like um just a regular person leaning next to your car, automatically you start thinking all kind of crazy things. This is what people do. Like we as people, we're gonna think all kinds of crazy things. And this is why you think they make movies all the time. If a woman car, if a car is broken down, or she would pop the hood and she would just stand next to the car, and then guys would just pull up and say, okay, let me help her out. You know what I mean? But I guarantee you, if she don't look like Halle Berry or wearing something, whatever she wearing, guys won't stop, and guys will not try to help. These things happen every day, all the time. Let me see who. There's a lot of stuff going on. Do you know Blair's? Let me see on a. Um. So what are you saying, Slim? You said that like Blair said something to me or to you. Who's she speaking to? And what did she say? Everybody likes Halle Berry, by the way. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about. And most people don't have the Halle Berry. So maybe that's what you're trying to say. Just like most people does not have Denzel Washington. Like 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 not every guy has a Denzel look, you know, and that's just the reality. You know for a fact. Like if somebody say, "Listen, you know what? You kind of remind me of Denzel." You already know. I understand what you mean. I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? That's just how it works. So if somebody say, "Oh, okay, you remind me of The Rock," it just means that you're like built, you know, muscular, whatever it is. So the same thing. If someone says, "Let's listen," it's Slim. If somebody say, "Oh, you look like Halle Berry," you already know what they're talking about automatically. You know, so it's just the bottom line. Everybody can't look like Denzel. Everybody can't look like Halle Berry. So we just have to be ourselves. You know, Sheldon, you know what I mean? It's always nice to see. Yeah, Shell, I know you're still here, but Blair says it's nice um, to see you. And she said, Happy New Year. You heard me, Sheldon? I don't know. Sheldon, you still here? I know you're still here, right? Okay. Okay. So Sheldon said if he like see Halle Berry wherever next to his car or wherever it is, he's gonna be like, "Listen, man, I gotta slap myself. Am I dreaming?" kind of situation. And and you know the crazy thing is that, especially with a lot of like singers and all that stuff, people are like that when they see singers. Like a lot of people they like Usher, you know what I mean, and when they see Usher, they kind of go, you know what I mean, wild out. Everybody wants Usher's, autograph. Kind of like how some people they like Justin Bieber kind of situation, Justin Timberlake, and then you know what I mean. So different kind of singers. There was a guy back in the day. His name was Genuine. He was like a big deal back then. People always say, "Yo, man, if you know how to sing like Genuine, I mean, you're good." You know what I mean? So it just depends. Or some people they like Babyface and all those guys. I don't know Slim. I don't know if you know Babyface, but I'm just saying those guys were a big deal. You know what I mean? Back in the day. So I'm just saying if someone were to compare you with one of those people, you know automatically what they're talking about. Like, oh, you know Genuine? Yeah, Genuine was a big deal. Everybody like used to love Genuine back then. So okay, so Slim, you know those guys. So that's what I'm saying. Genuine, Babyface, those kind of guys. Like when they sing, those little singers, people was like, yeah, those guys had it. So a lot of people was like, yo, man, if you could sing like these guys, you'll be real popular, which is true. That's just the reality. And Usher, yeah, of course. As I said, listen, those guys even now it's still a big deal, but a lot of younger guys now they pretty much taking over, I mean, like, I don't know. Oh, listen, Keith Sweat, yeah, he's a big deal, him, like, people love some Keith, you know what I mean. And also there's a guy, his name is Brian McKnight or something like that. It's like an old school guy, but he could sing, and what I mean, people kind of like his voice, all that stuff. I think it's Brian McKnight, whatever. He's like, I haven't seen him for a while. I think Brian's something. But you guys probably know what I'm talking about. Oh, Brian McKnight. Okay, I was right. But what I'm saying, those guys, the nice voice kind of things, people would try to compare you with those things. It's just like how they would compare you, like, okay, you want to be like Mike. You already know if somebody say like Mike, okay, meaning I'm very good. And Johnny Gill, I don't really remember him, but apparently he's very good. And Teddy, okay, everybody know Teddy. You know, what I mean, he's a very good, you know, what I mean, like entertainer as well as singer. So this is just the voice thing. You know, people like different entertainers. Well, I don't know really James JT Taylor. I don't know. I don't really know those singers. I might have to look him up to see what kind of artist he is. You know, but I do like, as I said, those old school, you know, singers. Big fan of those guys. Um, Brian, and somebody else I forget. Um, what else is his name? He passed away not too long. Oh, Jagged Edge is pretty good too. Yeah, those guys. Yeah, they used to really do it. You know, just like 112. A lot of the guys they really could sing. Gap bands. I don't really remember most of those singers. Oh yeah, yeah. Shell, I've been trying to do some extra work on my background. I changed it up. You know, I got this like wallpaper. I put it up, and you know, I have the mask. Someone gave me the YouTube thing, and I just kind of put it up with some teddy bear with that small TV. I just put it like a small little space and be like, okay, this is me. I get to do my live stream, excuse me, and let me see. Oh no, my Dunkin' Donuts. That's my thing. That's how I get down. Amazing, love it. Yeah, sometimes you gotta change it up, man. Oh yeah, definitely 112. So Shell, I've been thinking for the new year, I got some new plans for my channel. So I'm about to flip the script on my channel, so everybody who's here, they're gonna see it. Already start making preparation. Now, you know how you guys usually see a lot of travel videos. People been asking me a lot, Sheldon, about what kind of food I eat, vegetarian food, vegan food, whatever it is, how I survive kind of situation. So what I'm gonna start doing, at least maybe 2 3 times a week, maybe 2 times a week. I don't want to go crazy. I'm gonna start focus more on sharing my content, small video, and sharing. You know, what I mean, so that's the where I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kind of slow it down, and maybe randomly I'll do some live stream, share a story, whatever. But story time is kind of taking a break for that. For the new year, it's not much story. And then I'm gonna focus on creating a playlist, and you know, I'm gonna invite you guys to just watch it, play it while maybe you at work. You just leave it at home, let it run, let it play until you get home, kind of situation. So I'm doing a lot of changes right now for the new year. So basically, a lot of people um, they might not know the different kinds of ways to cook vegetarian food to make it look like really good. So that's what I'm about to share with you guys. I'm about to share the vegan food. I'm about to share the vegetarian way, how to cook it. I like cooked food, so I'm gonna do the most of the cooking stuff. And you guys probably gonna see everything from scratch and the result. And my goal is to create this and kind of put it in a video, maybe 3 to 5 minutes long. You know what I mean? Which is really difficult. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But my goal is 3 to 5 minutes video with how I create these really nice vegetarian meals. And I'm about to share it with you guys, and then you guys get to do whatever you want with it. So that's my new goal, Sheldon. I know you are into the vegetarian world like me, but I'm just gonna share with a lot of people because whether you don't eat rice, you're gonna notice that I make a lot of stuff without rice. And you know, I don't really eat bread like that, but sometimes I would eat like potatoes and all the other stuff, you know, that comes from the ground, non-meat kind of situation. So you guys get to see for the New Year's all these things. And but the only difference is I think instead of doing it indoors, I'm gonna be doing these things, Sheldon, outdoors. Maybe I'll go to the park, or I'll go in the backyard, or I'm gonna go in the bushes, or I'm gonna do. It's gonna be like a nature setup. I was given like I think it's a 1 burner or a 2 burner. I think I could turn it into a 2 burner. and I could use it. I could take it with me anywhere. It used gasoline. I could turn it on, put the pot. It's like for camping because I wanted to go camping. Never been camping before, outside in the wilderness kind of situation. That's something that I'm thinking about doing as well, and I get to share that kind of stuff with you guys. So I have the stuff already to make, like, tea, when I'm doing my camping thing, and all that stuff. So you guys will just basically get to see the whole nature situation. Now, I need to come up with a name for this cooking, maybe in the woods, or at the park, or in the bushes, or wherever it is, outdoor, whether it's winter. Sometimes when it's raining, I'm gonna be out there cooking. I'm gonna go for it. So you guys probably gonna start seeing these things, and hopefully you guys like food, because that's what I'm about to start cooking a lot and sharing with you guys, so you guys kind of see how I survive. Because a lot of people have been asking me like, "Yo, how you survive not eating this?" And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna see. Yeah, outdoor cooking. So the problem is, I'm thinking of a name, Sheldon. So the name that I came up with is called it's called bush cooking. So what you think about that, Sheldon? The name that I came up with, bush cooking, or I could come up maybe like run boat, like a run boat or something like that. I'm still trying to come up with it. New Year's is around the corner, so I just want to come up with the name, because the idea is each video that I'm gonna make is gonna have this same name, and at the side of it, it's gonna say like bush cooking 1, bush cooking 2, and it's gonna be a number. And I'm thinking maybe I'm going for the whole year, because that's all I'm gonna be doing, just the bush cooking or run boat. So I'm just figuring out how. A lot of people might not know how to pronounce it, run boat, but a lot of people know what it means. It just means bush cooking, which, and other names too. So that's what I'm coming up with. That is kind of like, give you guys the highlight, what to expect for the New Year's. So if you guys don't see me doing much live stream anymore, maybe once in a blue, as I said, I could just do some live stream. But for the New Year's, that's not on my agenda. Every year I try to come up with something different for the channel, to help the channel to evolve into something different. So I believe food is a good thing to connect all of us. That's really awesome. And yeah, as I said, food is a big deal, especially vegetarian food. And not only that, a lot of the things that I'm going to be using, I'm going to use in like a lot of, it doesn't have to be organic, because not everybody can afford organic every day, but sometimes it's going to be organic. It's going to be like a lot of chickpeas, peas, black beans, red beans, white beans, baked beans. It's going to be a lot of like kale, carrots, and yams, and wow, it's endless. I'm working on a list of all the things that I'll be using with different ingredients. So you guys is gonna get to see wild rice. You're gonna get to see kiwan. You're gonna get to see lentil. You guys will see, and you will definitely have an idea how big the vegetarian world is, because a lot of people don't understand. Because I've been doing vegetarian diet for like a while, even before I decided. Because now I'm not even doing vegetarian diet, because now I'm having pizza maybe once a week, and I did it because doing live stream every day, it takes up a lot of my time. Because a lot of editing, not really editing, but a lot of all my comments, that I get, after re-comment to everybody. So that alone take a lot of time. So I don't have to do a lot of editing now, not on live stream. Maybe just the thumbnail. If I wanted, I could change it, but now I'm not putting too much effort into that kind of stuff. But the good thing is that you guys finally will get to see a different comment. So do it, bro. Yeah, I know you would like it, Sheldon, because you're like me. You're into the vegetarian world, and I might share some ideas with you because you might want to try something different. I know you do the pescatarian thing, but what if you want to take a break from pescatarian and still be able to get some kind of protein? Because all my vegetarian meal that I'm cooking, it consists of some kind of protein, some kind of vegetable, and sometimes starch. Sometimes starch. I don't really do a lot of starch, but sometimes, Anyway, earlier Slim was saying something about this here because ever since this live stream, since I changed my diet to more like a vegetarian thing, so I'm having these kind of stuff, right? This is not vegan. This is not vegetarian. Well, hold up. I think it might be vegetarian. Yeah, I think it's vegetarian. Yeah, this is definitely vegetarian, but it's not vegan. Yeah, as I said, I took a break from the vegan world because of this Christmas and the end of the year kind of thing, and just for these because I have to have chocolate every day, and having chocolate every day, most of the time chocolate have some kind of dairy in it. So that's the whole thing. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just do it just for this month of December. And after that, I could go back to doing either my vegan diet or strictly vegetarian diet or with no dairy kind of situation. So this is what it's about to be. I'm about to do a taste testing on this. So, you guys know, I'm not really reading what's going on up here. I'm just looking at what I'm doing, and everything goes by so fast. Vegan cake. Never had a vegan cake before, but that might be something that I want to try. Also, I never had a vegan pizza. That might be something that I need to try because I'm a big fan of pizza. A lot of you guys already know that. So let's open this to see what it looks like. Because I just need to take one bite. Okay. So this is what it looks like. I think it's regular, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna take one. Well, I do like Snicker bars. So let's go. This is really sweet. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. I could taste that it has peanut butter in it, but just now it's like I bite into a piece of like a sugar cane or whatever it is because it's like too much sugar. Now I'm getting a sugar rush. Let me see what's down. Yeah, it does taste really, really crazy, but as I said, I'm doing this taste testing every day, so this is what I have to do. And it's weird because I don't usually eat chocolate every day, but on every single live stream, I'm eating a different piece of chocolate. I usually just take one bite because at this particular time, you know what I mean? I don't think it's a big deal, really. Wow. So, guys, I've been here for a while, and it's almost time for me to get off the live stream. So I just want to tell everybody, listen, have a good night. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate the love like always. And hopefully you guys watch my travel vlog um, over the weekend. Where did I go? Yeah, I went to some state park. And it was really cold. I was exploring, and the crazy thing that I saw at this state park, oh, vegan chocolate cake. Never had that before. I guess you're having a lot of vegan stuff. Is it really expensive? For the most part, as I said, I haven't been having a lot of vegan stuff, just mostly vegetarian stuff. But um, these videos that I'm about to make is mostly, it's going to be just all vegan or vegetarian. It's about see. Well, $40. I guess depends on the size of the cake. I would say $40 is okay. You know, $40 is not really that expensive. Yeah, I think I could work with $40. But listen, as I said, I'm about to work on a playlist. Hopefully by tomorrow, this playlist will be ready. And my next video, I'll be able to promote this playlist. And hopefully all you guys will get to play my playlist, because my watch time, you know, it's kind of low. I just want to bring it up real quick, you know. So I think playlist is the best way to do it. So I'm gonna have a team of people playing my playlist. I don't know how many hours playlist I'm about to do it. It's like the real thing. Okay, well, definitely. I think I'm probably gonna have to try it out. But as I said, for the New Year's, I'm going back to doing my vegetarian thing, meaning no more chocolate, unless it's like, you know, 100% kind of chocolate, or maybe 70%, 80% kind of situation, or organic kind of chocolate situation. I won't be having these kind of stuff that I've been having. I'm going back to the vegetarian world, the more closer to vegan, you know. So even if it's not completely vegan, it's mostly vegetarian. Yeah, but definitely, like, you know, seafood and all that stuff, I don't think I'll be having that, you know. But I can if I wanted to, um but no, I'll stick with the vegetarian stuff for now. Maybe randomly, emergency, I'll probably have, you know, piece of salmon, whatever it is. But otherwise, no. No seafood, no eggs, just what I've been having, you know. So far it's working for me. I'll just stick with it. But you know, I just want to say, you know, have a good night to everyone. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate the love like always. And I will see you tomorrow for another live stream, and in another story, I should say. So Slim, Blair, you know, Sheldon, Kiki, everyone who's here. I know Christy is probably still here. Usually she's watching from Hawaii. Couple other people still here watching. For everybody who tuned in, was here for a little while, show me love. You know, it's a big deal. Oh, and also Shorty might still be here too. I just want to say, really appreciate the support, love that everybody show me. Guys, have a good night. Stay safe. And if you can make it tomorrow, you know, I appreciate you tuning in, and just, you know, I'll share another story with you, and we could chit chat for a little while. So, all right, Slim, take care of yourself with Kiki and Blair and Shell and who else is here? And maybe Shorty. I don't know if Shorty's still here, because I know a lot of people is like on and off. But anyway, peace and love, guys. See you tomorrow, same time.